We've already had one SummerSlam. I think it's time for another. On a What Happened on My Universe Mode special! Yes, it's SummerSlam, and it took place in San Antonio, Texas, as we open with an Intercontinental title match between Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. The match began open with strikes, hitting each other and reversing from each other. And eventually, Dolph Ziggler would get a little bit of advantage before The Miz took over straight away. And it was very back and forth from then on. The first load of sustained pressure was from Dolph Ziggler as he hit a few moves, including that big dropkick and a DDT, before Miz finally reversed it and threw him into the corner. He worked on his knee a little, and then when Dolph Ziggler tried to come back, he got a back body drop for his troubles. A reverse suplex, and then his cool looking clothesline thing that he doesn't deserve because he sucks. Dolph Ziggler did finally get back into it, threw The Miz to the outside and hit a huge DDT and a huge elbow drop off the top rope, before Miz threw him back in the ring and hit his signature maneuver. Dolph had the right whereabouts though. He got straight out the ring before The Miz tried to take control again, which he did eventually manage. The writing was on the wall, however, for Miz when Dolph Ziggler reversed that move. He then hit his signature DDT and then the zigzag for the 1, 2, 3 and retained his Intercontinental Championship. Next up, John Cena, who was accompanied by Kane, took on Bray Wyatt, as Kane and John Cena both suffered at the hands of the Wyatt family recently. However, it was Bray Wyatt that had the offense in the early going, hitting some pretty cool moves such as this throwback suplex. I guess that's what you call it anyway. John Cena did reverse and get some sustained maneuvers, such as this cool shoulder block and a nice knee drop there. Bray did get the advantage back though, choking John Cena out and generally being a bit of a menace. John Cena almost got back into the match when he reversed with that knee, but when he went for a move, Bray Wyatt hit a back body drop. But it wasn't long before Cena was back in control, hitting a superplex and a kind of powerbomb. But when John Cena went to the top rope, Kane came to the apron and threw him off. Kane turned heel. Bray Wyatt hit the Sister Abigail and then pinned him for the victory. Kane turned heel. What? The Brotherhood had been feuding against each other recently, and because of this, and because Universe Mode, they faced off in an Iron Man match at SummerSlam, and it started in a crazy way with both men hitting their signature moves, and then both men hitting their finishers, the Curtain Call getting a 2 count, and then the Crossroads getting a 2 count. What a way to start the match, but still 0-0 in falls. Cody Rhodes took control after that, hitting a bulldog and a knee drop, and then a nice drop kick, and generally hitting quite a few big moves before Goldust finally reversed with a spinebuster. They headed to the outside and Goldust hit a short clothesline before Cody took control once again. Goldust got back into it when we discovered that this match was no disqualification, and he ran in with a baseball bat and beat his brother down. Cody did not appreciate this and hit a springboard dropkick and then got the bat himself, beating Goldust's head down. This wasn't enough to keep Goldust down though, and he went and got the bat again and beat his brother down some more. When his brother tried to reverse it, he hit a nice power slam for a 2 count. Following this, Cody tried to get a pin himself with a quick schoolboy. Only a 2 count again though. Goldust then hit his nice little choke move. Old school signatures, eh? Cody took control once again, hitting a couple of nice moves including neckbreak off the top rope, and when Goldust tried to bring some steps in, Cody hit him in the face with them. Goldust had had enough, and after a running bulldog he hit his signature reverse falling DDT for a 2 count. Back on the outside, Cody hit a back suplex and then went on the inside and hit a superplex with his leg hitting the steel steps. A Crossroads later and it was 1-0 to Cody Rhodes in this Iron Man match. They went to the outside and Goldust took some frustrations out, but he couldn't get the advantage and Cody threw him into the corner post. Cody also hit a Russian leg sweep onto a chair, and when they got back in the ring, the time ran out for Goldust and the match finished. Cody Rhodes was the winner, but they didn't split up, which was weird because it was the end of the storyline. Next, the World Heavyweight Championship match, as the Big Show defended against the little upstart Kofi Kingston! The match began with Kofi Kingston constantly trying to get the upper hand, and Big Show constantly reversing it and hitting him with some big move. Kofi Kingston was getting his head pounded in. Although, when Big Show did try to slam him, he got reversed, and Kofi Kingston managed to get him off his feet. But one more hit later and Big Show, well, he was just pissed off again. Kofi Kingston did reverse this though, and get a 2 count, which was cool. Unfortunately for him, afterwards he felt the wrath of Big Show's rear. Big Show stepped on the poor guy, but then Kofi Kingston got his comeback on, and the Big Show was down. Another dropkick and he was down. But then he went for a move and Big Show reversed again and hit a final cut before throwing him to the outside. On the outside it was Kofi that had the control, knocking Big Show down a few times and kicking him in the back. But when he tried to run back in the ring, Big Show grabbed his leg and dragged him back out, and which led to a series of events which culminated in a big chokeslam to Kofi Kingston with his head hitting a monitor from the announce desk. Back in the ring, and Kofi did get the advantage back again. He hit a monkey flip somehow, and then hit a diving crossbody drop for a 2 count. It was not enough though. Big Show hit a big spear and then the knockout punch, and he finally managed to keep Kofi Kingston down for a 3 count. The Big Show retains. Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins, took on Ryback in our next match in an Extreme Rules match. So extreme, the ref got knocked out at the start, and it quickly headed to the outside, where the two men brawled for a bit before Ryback took control with a belly-to-belly suplex. Seth Rollins was quick to respond though, with a Russian leg sweep of his own, and then hitting a standing shooting star press. The weapons came out and a baseball bat got involved, and both men hitting that pretty hard, before Ryback eventually threw Seth Rollins into the steps, and then rammed his knee into the floor, then hit a horrible looking suplex. Back in the ring, and they brought some weapons with them, and Seth Rollins almost went through the table right then, but he would be the one that put Ryback through the table, somehow. Don't know how that worked. Seth Rollins took control, hitting a suplex and a DDT, before Ryback decided it was feeding time, and he threw Seth Rollins into the exposed turnbuckle. But then he decided to feed him more, and he threw him into the exposed turnbuckle once again. He then hit a huge powerbomb through the announce table. Seth Rollins was still awake though, and somehow he managed to hit a neckbreaker. And when Ryback brought a chair in, he kicked him in the face. Ryback did eventually hit him with a chair though, and then he hit him again, busting him open in the process. Ryback hit a jackhammer, then threw Seth Rollins into the chair that was in the corner. He hit the meat hook clothesline, and then hit a big shell shock for the 1-2-3. After the match, Ryback wasn't done, and he hit Seth Rollins with a couple more chair shots for good measure. Now, Roman Reigns took on Randy Orton in Tables Match 2. A rematch after a little controversial finish to the last Tables match the two had. It began with Roman Reigns in charge, but Randy Orton quickly put paid to that and hit a couple of moves of his own, before Reigns took control once again with a headbutt, then a nice little spear off the top rope. Randy thought he had the advantage back when he hit a neckbreaker and brought a table in the ring, but then got hit with a Superman punch and a spear which just missed the table. And was that Reigns' only chance? Randy Orton had the control once again and hit a couple of nice DDTs. However, Roman Reigns was trying to look strong in this match, and he hit a back kick followed by a big Samoan drop. He whacked him with the table, and then hit another Superman punch. Was it time for a spear through the table? Well, we didn't get to find out, as Randy Orton reversed him, and then hit a powerbomb through the table to win the match, clean this time. Randy Orton wins. And so we headed up to main event time, and WWE Champion Brock Lesnar defended against Daniel Bryan. Yes, he did. And after their heated rivalry, the anticipation was building for the two to finally meet for the title. And that they did, with a nice big opening where both men hit reversals, hit big moves. It was like the start of every other match on the show, to be fair. But it was awesome, because it was the main event. And we thought it was Daniel Bryan that was hitting first blood when he reversed Brock Lesnar's slam to hit a side breaker. But quickly after that, Brock Lesnar took control, ramming his knee into the canvas and then hitting a nice fall-away slam. He beat Daniel Bryan down for a little bit before hitting a sidebreaker of his own. Daniel Bryan reversed and hit a flying elbow before tossing Brock Lesnar to the corner and hitting another neckbreaker. Off the top rope, Daniel Bryan accidentally drop-kicked the referee, giving Brock Lesnar a chance to get back in control with a dirty German suplex. Daniel Bryan was having none of it though, and drop-kicked Brock Lesnar to the outside. On the outside, Daniel Bryan continued to shine with another running elbow, and back in the ring, Brock Lesnar was getting kicked in the face. Brock reversed in the corner and hit another German suplex, but that wasn't keeping Daniel Bryan down, as he stomped on Brock's throat. Now it was time for kicks, and kicks, and kicks, and kicks, and one big kick to end it. And then when Brock Lesnar tried to charge at him, Daniel Bryan went for a schoolboy and almost won the match. Another sidebreaker from Brock, but that was it for Daniel Bryan. He'd had enough, an enziguri, and when Brock finally came to his feet, a running knee plus. 1, 2, 3, and Daniel Bryan was your new WWE champion. Yay everyone. Hope you've enjoyed. Find out what happens next time on What Happened on My Universe Mode. Like and subscribe.